Hello everyone, welcome back to Mohana Astrology. Rajshri here. Today's discussion is about the solar eclipse of 25th October 2022. It's the last eclipse of the year and it's extremely significant. It has very high karmic intonations, very high transformative intonations, and spiritual intonations. I have discussed the reasons why I'm saying all these things at the end of this video after I have discussed the sign-wise results. If you are interested, do check that out. It's going to, help you a lot to understand the overall energy, and I can kind of guarantee that it's going to be quite an eye-opener for you to understand how solar eclipse is going to transform our lives in the coming 3 to 4 months and extend it to next 6 months. Now, just to recap a little bit, this particular solar eclipse is happening in the sign of Libra, which is a Venus sign. It's happening in the nakshatra of Swati, which is a Rahu nakshatra, and it's happening on Amavasya, which is a very special Amavasya, that's Deepavali Amavasya. I have discussed the significance of this Amavasya at the end of the video as well. Oh, one more thing, Venus is involved in this eclipse. So as you can see, the relationship matters related to Venus is extremely significant as far as this particular eclipse is concerned. So it's all about karmic connections in certain relationships in our lives, and we need to settle some karma, either this life's karma or past life's karma related to those relationships in the next 3 to 4 months, extended to 6 months after the solar eclipse. So that's the overall energy, and let's now talk about, as per each sign, moon sign and ascendant, how this solar eclipse can be for all of us. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do it. And it helps me a lot to reach out to more people who may be interested in this kind of topics, who may be interested to know how Vedic astrology works. So your cooperation, your participation, your shares, likes, all this help me a lot. Thank you. Let's start with sign-wise predictions first. Aries. The solar eclipse is taking place in your 7th house of spouse and partners. The eclipse can create a separative energy in your relationships. Churning in the relationship or business partnership can be there in the next 3 to 4 months. You need to watch out on how you interact with others. Finances and family will need some attention. If you can avoid unnecessary travel, that will be really good for you. Take care of your health and also of your spouse's health. Now, there can be some change in the life of your child or in your relationship with your child. Keep your calm and do not take any impulsive decision around the days of the eclipse and also in the next 3 to 4 months. Some of you may take a final call in relationship matters as well. Swati Nakshatra's influence tells us that you will either get an opportunity to bring balance in the relationship, or the unnecessary relationships will go out of your life and a fresh, new, independent beginning will eventually come. Creatively, this will be a good time, and some of you may pursue a creative career going forward as well. Taurus. For Taurus, the solar eclipse of 25th October will activate your 6th house. Involvement of Venus, who is also your sign lord, indicates two things. One, your marriage will go through a testing time in the next 3 to 4 months. Two, you need to work on yourself to stay out of conflicts both in personal life and also in your work front. Otherwise, you may face difficulties in both areas. This eclipse can take a toll on your health as well. Be careful of heart, chest, stomach, or reproductive area related issues if you are prone to these things. The energy of the solar eclipse will force you to look after yourself, to respect your body, formulate a healthy routine for yourself, and heal. Mother's health can cause some concern. If you are driving, take care. Do not take any big decision on property matters in October and in November. One important thing to remember is that the eclipse is happening in Swati Nakshatra, the soft yet determined nakshatra of regeneration. Therefore, through some unsettling events and some churning, you are going to rediscover yourself, a better, healthier, and more spiritual version of yourself. For Taurus people who are already spiritually inclined, this would be a good phase to put your heart and soul into ardent and regular spiritual practices or sadhana. Gemini. For Gemini moon signs and ascendants, the solar eclipse of 25th October is happening in the 5th house. The energy of rediscovering yourself through learning and creative pursuits is very high. Some blockage in the education and creative pursuits may be there initially, but you will take new initiatives related to education, art, communication, media, etc., and will overcome those obstacles. Some of you will get into a career of teaching and communication as well. You will see new income opportunities opening up in the next 3 to 4 months. Where you need to exercise caution is your decision making and future planning. Consult the well-wishers and experts of the field before you take a decision. Your bank balance and finances will also need attention. If you invest in shares and stocks, you need to be careful. Some of you may decide to live away from your parental family in the next 3 to 4 months. However, think twice before foreign travel and do not decide anything before mid-November. If you have children, you need to pay close attention to their needs and health. Pregnant women should also be very careful. If you are in love, you need to stay away from all kinds of differences with your romantic partner. A karmic love relation from the past can reappear in your life, so be careful. Cancer. For Cancer moon signs and ascendants, the eclipse is taking place in the 4th house. No other moon sign or ascendant is getting more out of comfort zone than Cancer because of this eclipse. It can affect your peace of mind and emotional security big time. There may be some turmoil in the domestic situation too. Some of you may decide to change your residence in the next 3 to 4 months. It would be best if you do not take any decision related to buying or selling or renovation of a property in this phase. If you are married, there can be differences with the spouse. Overall, there will be quite a bit of transformation in your home front and in your comfort zone. Mother's health can cause some worry. Take care of your own health too, particularly heart, anxiety, or depression related matters. You just don't ignore them. Some of the changes can be expected in career front as well. If you are dealing with foreign companies or clients, you need to be slightly careful. There can be trouble with money and savings can erode. So pay attention to your finances as well. For Leo ascendants and moon signs, the eclipse is taking place in the 3rd house of self-effort and regeneration. Now your Lord is in a debilitated state and is also getting eclipsed. Now, luckily, the eclipse is happening in the third house. There are quite a few positive aspects of this solar eclipse for you. New ideas, new ventures, and new professional initiatives, new career in writing, or playing new musical instruments are some of these. Ending of some of the work that you have been doing so far is also indicated. This solar eclipse will trigger residence change, relocation, and travel for many of you. At the same time, some issues or the other will also pop up during this relocation or change of residence. You will have to have patience to overcome these and work towards your plans. Take care of your health and well being and also your larger than life ego. You need to be very careful while interacting with your friends, siblings, and neighbors. Do not let ego clash ruin these relationships. Be careful of injuries and accidents. Virgo. For you, this solar eclipse is impacting your second house of family and wealth. Your sign Lord Mercury is staying out of this eclipse and it's in his own sign dignity. And parental family issues may crop up in the next 3 to 4 months for you. The eclipse will prompt you to take a stock of your finances. Expenses may go out of hands and can go completely haywire if you are not careful. You may finally spot the hole which is draining your savings. Father's health may cause some concern in the next 3 to 4 months. Certain obstacles in higher education and long distance travel may pop up as well. Some of you may go through mental anxiety, stress related troubles, and these can also disturb your sleep. A sudden event can impact your life. Libra. Well, coming to Libra, Libra is the focus now because the solar eclipse is happening in your sign and your sign Lord Venus is also getting eclipsed. It is an energy of complete regeneration for you. The focus is on self-discovery and health. This eclipse will bring major changes in your ways of life, in your personality, thought process, and the way you interact with others in the next 3 to 4 months. And this will be a big shift of energy for you. It is a heavy transformation and new beginning. Relocation, work-related transfer can work out for you. If those are stuck beforehand, now things will start moving after the eclipse. Some of you may face sudden health issues and mental anxiety as well. Be careful of injuries and accidents too. Income sources may create some trouble initially, but later on, new sources will open up. If you are a spiritual person, it shows a wonderful time ahead for you. Scorpio. For Scorpio ascendants and moon signs, the solar eclipse is taking place in the 12th house. You will suddenly find your subconscious is highly active. You may engage in meditation, spiritual practices that are centered around oneness with the universe, as it's said in our Upanishads, or nothingness, as it mentioned by Buddha. It is a very high spiritual energy for you if you are ready for it. Otherwise, the impact of this solar eclipse can cause mental anxiety and confusion in your mind in the next 3 to 4 months. Sleep may get disturbed. Possibility of hospitalization remains for some of you. Some of you may also go on spiritual retreats. You may need to keep a tab on your expenses. High expenditure is foreseen. Some of you may do a lot of charity as well. The other impact of this solar eclipse will be on your marriage and business partners. Take care of both the relations if you wish to continue with them. If you are employed, do not let ego hassles come in your way of work. Sagittarius. Sagittarius people can relax a bit. The eclipse is happening in your 11th house, and nothing is bad in 11th house, honestly. And it is far better for you than anyone else, particularly related to money, investment, and profession. However, listening to that, don't go overboard because you still need to exercise caution as far as your investments are concerned. Initially, you may face some obstruction in fulfilling your ambitions and also in income, but eventually, this solar eclipse will pave ways for multiple sources of earnings for you. If you invest in shares and stocks, you need to be careful. New job opportunities will come your way. However, please decide after weighing all options. Father's health can cause worry for you. Your own health will also need some attention in the next 3 to 4 months. Do not avoid any stomach related issues. Married Sagittarius people should try to keep cordiality with the spouse. There may also be conflict with a woman colleague at workplace. Elder sister or women friends can face issues in life. Capricorn. For Capricorn people, the solar eclipse is taking place in your 10th house. You can expect a transformation in your professional life in the next 3 to 4 months. It can mean letting go of one job and getting a new one. Your relationship with the boss at your work will need careful handling. You also need to take care to maintain your reputation in the workplace and in the society as well. For some of you, the work related relocation is a high possibility, and some of you will pursue a career related to art and creativity in the next 3 to 4 months. Take care of health, particularly if you have heart or chest related troubles. Married life will be moderate if you can keep your temper under check. Love relationship may be a bit disturbed. If you are pregnant, be a bit careful. If you have grown up children or working children, they may face some health issues and difficulties in job. Aquarius. Aquarius born people will see the solar eclipse in their 9th house. The first thing that comes to mind is your both parents' health may need attention in the next 3 to 4 months. If you are planning for a long distance travel or pursuing a higher education, some issues may crop up there, but those will eventually go away. Travel related to spiritual reasons can take place. Presence of Sun and Ketu alongside Venus and Moon actually indicates a spiritual travel or seeking spirituality while on a journey. This eclipse can actually bring a change in your way of seeing traditional beliefs and in your life's philosophy. If you are spiritually ready, you will begin to realize the presence of the Almighty who is beyond the boundaries of any religion. If not ready for spiritual wealth, Ketu may just cut you off from your tradition, and that is your karmic settlement in the next 3 to 4 months. Health wise, it's not too bad, but some minor issues may be there. Your marriage and spouse's health can cause some worry. Pisces. For Pisces, the solar eclipse is happening in the 8th house. Well, this eclipse can create several unexpected changes or can bring unexpected challenges for you in the next 3 to 4 months. It would be better if you can take good care of your health. Fever and stomach or heart related issues can be there. For some of you, injury or a surgery is also possible. Finances will need care too. If you invest in shares or stocks or any other kind of speculative schemes, additional caution will be required. It would be better to avoid such investments for now. There will be some sudden difficulties in the job front, in the professional front. You may also quit the job. However, this will be a good time for astrologers, tarot readers, surgeons, auditors, insurance agents, and if you are in petroleum and gas industry. Some differences or even possibility of deception remains in business. Caution is also required in married life. Overall, Pisces moon signs need to be more careful than Pisces ascendants. Let me now explain why I'm so concerned about this particular solar eclipse. I cannot stress enough how intensely karmic and significant this one is. This solar eclipse is happening on Deepavali Amavasya, and this particular new moon day again adds its own twist to it. On this day, the dark or the tamasic energies are highly active. That is the reason Goddess Kali, the destroyer of all the darkness, is worshipped on this day. This eclipse taking place on this particular new moon day focuses on the karmic energy completely driven by past and present life relationships. The eclipse is taking place in Venus's sign Libra, which signifies relationship with others. Venus is the Karaka for relationships and is also present there, getting eclipsed. On the eclipse date, there will be 4 planets Sun, Moon, Ketu, and Venus in Swati Nakshatra. Swati is a Rahu Nakshatra. And see where Rahu is sitting. Rahu is sitting in Bharani, a Venus's nakshatra. Saturn will aspect the eclipse with its 10th aspect. And the 10th aspect is called the karmic aspect. It is an eclipse of the debilitated sun. Although Venus will be there to support sun, it is combust. So not really able to support sun that way. The entire energy of this eclipse revolves around Venus, signifying relationships, partnerships, marriage, wealth, and Ketu and Saturn, signifying karma-related issues. Ketu and Saturn both are separative planets. So, are you now seeing how many separative energies are working on this eclipse day? As I mentioned in the beginning that the eclipse is happening in Swati Nakshatra. Now let us understand the energy of Swati. Swati in one hand brings soft spiritual energy, and on the other hand it's high on desire and at times destructive too. It has the potential to create some deep turmoil in people's lives and from there awaken the inner spirituality. Ketu and Venus being there and Saturn's aspect on them essentially indicate decluttering of karmic baggages, karmic relationships, people, or influences from your life. Therefore, this solar eclipse will work as a bitter pill which can actually heal you in the long run and help you in your soul's journey. It is an eclipse that has high spiritual impact on people if you are ready for it, and the spiritual awakening never happens living in the cozy corner of your comfort zone. Therefore, as I mentioned in the beginning, the next 3 to 4 months will push us out of our comfort zones, and the positions of other planets are also complementing the same. Overall, it's an intense energy, but if you are passing through a favorable Mahadasha and Antardasha, it will become much easier for you to handle this energy. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope things will be all right for all of us. And with this, I end this video. May God bless us all. Thank you so much.